Hello everybody and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough extras. So we've only got 4 battle gates to complete, 2 of which are in San Francisco and 2 of which are in the Keyblade Graveyard. We're only going to be beating 3 of them today, but we will be doing one of them at least twice, purely because it is what is going to allow us to get to the Ultima weapon, and I just wanted to show off kind of how quickly you're potentially likely to be able to pull that off. To have enough things to create the Ultima weapon, and so on and so forth. But in terms of actually getting to the 2 battle gates in San Francisco, you can go either day or night. It does not matter. But basically, they're both in the North District, which is a little bit odd if you ask me. And I just got completely lost trying to figure out where the heck I was going again. But hey, that's the curse of San Francisco being as big as it is. But it makes sense, because this one, you literally just sort of follow the rail along to the battle gate. So, this is number 11! And then we will be really, really bloody close. Now, I did say that I would have a look to see whether I gave myself enough time to talk through the secret reports in the part that I sort of dedicated for that type of stuff, and I sort of do, so I'm going to give it a go when we get to that point. I just thought I'd mention that now if you're waiting for the descriptions of those secret reports. But right now, this is okay Battlegate. It's a bit challenging because obviously you have one of these massive blighters going at you with a massive health bar and just generally being a bulky so-and-so. Including a phase, where he goes into, like, armor mode. But once you've gotten rid of all of the large bodies, he's basically all you have to face. So it's definitely not the worst Battlegate in the world. And even then, you don't necessarily have to defeat all of the large bodies to just focus on him, because, as you can see, most of the large bodies are just being really ineffectual at this moment in time, just blundering between cars like crazed lunatics. So it just means that really I can just spend pretty much all of my time focusing on this guy and whittling down that health bar as much as is physically possible.
Thank you. Like this.
But yes, the one Battlegate that you will probably spend more time in than any of the other Battlegates is Battlegate 12, which is the next one on our list. The reason for that is because the majority of the enemies there will spit out wellspring materials. Quite a few of them will spit out wellspring crystals, which, as you have seen, you generally need in order to get the Ultima weapon and also materials relating to getting the Ultima weapon. You can, I think, find some of those crystals on other enemies, but it's much more consistent and much easier to go through this method of synthesizing those materials to be able to then get to the Ultima weapon. And really, this next battle gate is really easy to find, because while it is also in the North District, effectively what you're doing is you're looking for that blue building and then just making it a hop, skip and a jump across to this one. So I mean, if you're going from the save point, it's literally turn probably right and just run up that building and you are at the battle gate. So it's a really, really easy one to get to, and yeah, it's a really good grinding spot for those wellspring items. I mean, as you can see, already got 2 wellspring crystals there, 3, so it's very, very quick. You will likely have to do this quite a few times in order to get enough wellspring crystals to get absolutely everything, but I would say that considering how easy this particular battle gate is in the grand scheme of things, I mean, full on thundaggering the hell out of it, it really just goes by with very, very little worry. So I would not worry at all. And as you can see, by this point, Donald's hit level 60, which I'm pretty sure means that Sora's, of course, I'm leveling up with this as well, but Sora's due to hit level 60 shortly as well, if he hasn't already. So it would be nice if, he can do it on this particular run. Okay, not quite, but definitely if we take this on another time, then he will definitely be leveling up. And funnily enough, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we're gonna do. Largely because also I was just like, I knew that I needed wellspring crystals, so it's just like, you know what? Go right back in, do it again, get those things, hopefully that will be enough to get me through. I'm not sure it will quite be, but it will be enough to give me a good indication of how many more times I will need to take it on. Because yeah, as you can see, I got 3. I'm pretty sure that I maybe need 9, or it could be 7 in total. I just can't remember whether you need... Well, it'll be 7 or 5. I can't remember whether you need 3, 2 or 1 wellspring crystals for any of the things. I mean, how the hell do you expect me to remember synthesis items? Like, my god. Like, my memory can be good at certain things, but that's... it's definitely not happening. But, hey... it's all good, and yeah, then after this we've just got those 2 Keyblade Graveyard battle gates to go, one of which you will see today, the other of which you will see in the part after this one. And at that point we will just be really, really close to the full end of this playthrough. And honestly, I can't believe that I'm nearly there. Feels kind of crazy, actually. I mean, I'm sure I'll be going over exactly the same subject matter as we sort of keep getting closer and closer and closer to that moment. But yeah, honestly, I just it befuddled me even today that I've been doing this for nearly a decade. Well, technically over a decade. And it's finally sort of drawing to a close.
Come on, fellas!
And that's just... It's such a weird feeling. I mean, it always is when you've had something that you've done for so long, and it's such a part of the things that you've done and the things that you do. Yeah, it's just weird. Also, can I just draw attention to I might have done it already, but the hashtag balala. Love it. But right, come on, Kupo. So I can't quite make me Ultima weapon just yet. So yeah, I don't think I'm quite going to make it. So I've got my pulsing. Oh. See, that's where I was foolish. I didn't need to make my pulsing crystals. I already had enough. Yeah, this is the annoying thing of... At least, I don't know whether it changed in the patch. But yeah, I didn't need to waste my money on my Wellspring Crystal on that. So, and since I can't buy a Wellspring Crystal... basically means that I've got to go back to that bloody Battlegate, do it again, come back and finally get my wonderful, wonderful Ultima weapon. Because that's all I want at this moment. Just give me, for the love of God, give me my Ultima weapon. I have worked hard. Like I have worked to get to this point. I will not be defeated by some Wellspring crystals.
Come on, fellas!
Just come on. But as I said, thankfully, because this one is so incredibly easy to do, it's not that much of a bother. It just takes up time more than anything else. Especially, if you end up landing on that particular platform rather than the top one, because then you end up spawning these enemies and having to take them down before you can actually take on the Battlegate. But yeah, a good bit of Thundaga and Thundaza took them right out. So yes, you have been seeing an inordinate amount of Battlegate 12, but this is the experience that you would be getting yourself. So, buck up, deal with it. But we are at level 61, so we're perhaps on the lower end of what you probably should be to take on the secret optional boss. But you're definitely going to be, well, I definitely am at this moment in time at a level at which it is beatable. I mean, obviously for crazy people who are really good at this game, they can probably beat the guy on like level 1 on critical difficulty, because that's just how they roll. I'm not that good. I'm very much more in the same skill level, I would suppose, as a regular gamer, but maybe a little bit better in certain aspects. And the reason I say that is because I know that not everyone is capable of getting straight platinums on Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. Or I actually think on the Wonderful 101. So, I know that I've definitely got sort of more skills than some people, but I know that I've definitely got less skills than others. So, it's all a balancing act. And all just about... I mean, really, it's just all about having fun, and you put the work into the games that you want to put the work in. It's pretty standard, and thank you, Goofy! You have just beaten that Battlegate for me, so I will take that, and also I will take the fact that now I can go get Ultima Weapon! And honestly, Ultima Weapon is glorious. It's definitely one of my favourite Keyblades in the game. It's just really fun. And also just completely badass. I mean, the Ultimate Weapon Keyblades are always really badass, but I particularly... if I could speak properly, I particularly like this iteration. I think because of the whole form change situation, it's just really quite exciting. And honestly, I just really like it. It does perhaps make fights a little bit on the easy side, but with that said, I'm totally fine with sort of having worked to get to this, and then it makes things a little bit easier. I mean, obviously, there is the argument that you're so unlikely to get this until such a late stage of the game that there's not really much left for you to use it on. But I would say that that was pretty much the case with most of the other Ultimate Weapons as well. So I'm not sure that it is as rubbish a situation as I perhaps would have made out prior to that. And what is cool is that, sort of as it is now, fully leveled up, potentially the first fully leveled up Keyblade that you will get, which I believe it will unlock the trophy if you manage it. But in the New Game Plus, you can take it into New Game Plus, which I can't remember whether that came out with the patch or not. Yeah. But you can take it in. It will be at level 1, but it is still just such a good Keyblade that honestly really doesn't matter. And I will absolutely take that. And at this point, it was just a very much a case of let's try and find the best possible matchup of things to give to Sora. Like, what can I get which will just give me pluses to basically everything? And if it won't give me a plus to everything, then I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. Apart from maybe to sort of the resistances, because they're less of a worry going forward. But yeah, I definitely don't think I'll be getting rid of the Hero's Charm, because that thing's damn good. So, yeah. I don't know why I'm bothering to look at Donald and Goofy's setups. I mean, there really is no need, because going forward, the super secret optional boss fight is just going to be Sora. So that's all that really matters. And also, since, I have so much more AP, let's make use of it. Let's just stock up absolutely everything that is physically possible. Because why the hell not? Normally we can't really do much more with Donald, but I think we can finally give Goofy all of his, which is nice. And yeah, it did take me a while to get everywhere with the synthesis menu, but obviously they have made it a lot easier since I recorded this. Thank God they did, because that would have been awful. But yeah, we only have one Heartless left. We do annoyingly have we have some more shot locks, but you'll be seeing those shot locks shortly, actually. Because it is time for us to move on to our penultimate Battlegate. And it's going to be an absolute blast. Part of me wonders whether, in terms of my editing, I perhaps should have put this Battlegate in with the last Battlegate. But then equally, no. The logic was give it a part by itself. So yes, if you return to the Badlands, there are two Battlegates sitting pretty much side by side from what I remember. One of which will lead to the super secret optional boss, the other of which will lead to your penultimate Battlegate. Which, if I recall correctly, is effectively a boss fight as well, but it's not the super secret optional boss fight, so it's not the same thing. Yes, Donald, the Keyblade Graveyard. And oh no, they're not sitting next to each other. The one, basically, 13 is if you run back, 14 is if you run forward. So 14 is where 13 is where you fought the 1,000 everything, like the 10,000 everything battle. 14 is located where you fought the demon tornado of awfulness. So there is actually only one kind of shot lock for Ultima weapon, and basically it requires one thing to sort of hook up to, but it takes a good long time to load up. So it is a case of being sort of patient with it, but I mean, just look at this. It just looks so bloody spectacular, and there's just keyblades flying everywhere, and it turns into like a proper sword, and honestly, I just absolutely love this. And Infinity Circle is also such a cool shot lock. Like, honestly, I just love this Keyblade so much. It's so bloody awesome. And if I ever do a New Game Plus Critical Mode run through or whatever of Kingdom Hearts 3, I am totally making so much use of Ultima Weapon. Because this thing is just absolutely phenomenal. And honestly, it's going to be this that is going to get me through the final battle gate, and I am totally okay with that. But I will say, I do think that this is just a really good showcase of what the Ultima weapon can do, and just how stunning it looks. And I think that, so basically, you only need to kill this thing, I think, you only need to kill that to finish the battle gate, and yeah, that's that. Our penultimate battle gate is complete. We have all of the secret reports, and next time, we take on the final battle gate of Kingdom Hearts 3, and the super secret optional difficult final boss. There's not final boss, but the super secret optional boss. This is definitely going to give me a run for my money, but it's going to be an absolute blast. So let's save on up and head on to our final challenge. We are missing a shot lock. Don't worry, we will see that shot lock as well. I spent a while figuring out which one it was, but you will see it, don't worry. But yes, let us head onwards to our final challenge. Let's go.